Hello everyone, Royce here and welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature an fluorescence or flower bloom coming from the Sansevieria hybrid known as Star Balyii or Balyii Star in the market. And what I'm showing you right now is the early stages of the inflorescence, wherein it's still part of the budding stage, and you would see that the appearance of the bud is a pincer-like form, and this inflorescence or the pictures that I'm showing you was captured during the first bloom of this specimen. Currently, this specimen has three offsets, and the three offsets of this specimen are also blooming. So I was able to save some pictures before on the first bloom and compared to the current bloom of this specimen. The first bloom was larger in size in terms of the first or the early stages of its inflorescence, namely the bud that grew on it is larger compared to the current bloom that we have for the specimen. And what I'm showing you right now is the blooming stages. One flower tubes opened up and the rest will open up in the succeeding days, but I was just able to save this picture with the single flower bloom that has or have or had opened up. And the next pictures are a different batch of bloom. Like I mentioned, the specimen gave us three offsets, and the three offsets also bloomed for us. And as you can see, as compared to the first picture that I shown you, the third offset is showing a very small flower spike or flower bud. So I managed to take pictures of them on a daily basis, and they really resemble the appearance of the inflorescence of the balyii species of Sansevieria. So later on, we will also discuss more about the inflorescence and more about the characteristics of this hybrid. So folks, please stay tuned as we will be discussing the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Sansevieria known as Star Balyii or Balyii Star. Alright folks, we're back, and this is the second part of the content where we'll be discussing the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Sansevieria known in the market as the Star Balyii or Balyii Star. And this said Sansevieria has originated in Thailand, and I would say that it is a hybrid rather than part of the species of Sansevieria. That is because there are some difference with regards to the form and also the inflorescence of this specimen compared to the Sansevieria balyii species, which is having the collection number Ballyi 12681. You can also check the channel for the inflorescence of the balyii species, so you can compare. Later on, I will emphasize what the differences are in terms of form and the inflorescence. If you want to check yourself and compare, all you need to do is use the search tab of the channel itself and look for the balyii species of Sansevieria. So Ballyi is spelled as Bally and I. So that is perhaps one of the parents of the specimen which I am featuring to you right now, because the similarities are very evident. That similarities and perhaps the characteristics, especially the this is the reproductive method of this hybrid, which is very similar to the balyii species of Sansevieria. But like I said, this stolon, this running stem part, something that looks like a stem part, and what I would call stolons, are larger compared to the normal balyii species of Sansevieria. Like I mentioned, the Ballyi 12681, which is now known as just simply the balyii species of Sansevieria. This stolon is actually a lot larger, about twice the size of a normal balyii species. Perhaps we can have it measured. So the stolon would be at 13.6, and I don't have a pen and a paper, but later on I will have to list it down and put it on the descriptions for this episode, so I would have records of the characteristics of the plant. Here are some of the first and second offset, and they're not quite long as compared to the third offset of the specimen. The third offset is having a very long stolon compared to the first two, and this is the first specimen that I got, the one in the center, and the first one that I included on the pictures for the inflorescence transformation. As you can see, there is a cut in here where there are remnants of the growing flower stalk for the first specimen that I had. For the first and second offset, they just have spent their flower blooms, and all the flower tubes have already fallen off, and there is just one fruit that was formed. Perhaps it was self-pollinated by a nocturnal pollinator. I would say nocturnal because the inflorescence of Sansevieria's hybrid or species, they would bloom during the evening time or nighttime, so they are mostly pollinated by nocturnal pollinators. The other one, the flower stalk is already spent. There are no more flower tubes attached to the flower stalk, and no fruits formed. So there's just one fruit that was formed on it, and I believe that it is self-pollinated because there's nothing, there were no other Sansevierias that were blooming beside it. The one that is blooming is very far from it, so I would say that the possibility of it having crossed to another Sansevieria is very low. So that's what I can initially describe the specimen as for you, and we can actually take measurements for balyii species. The inflorescence would be around 12 inches tall, and the one that I'm showing you right now, it's actually the same because like I mentioned, I would say that the parentage would one of the parentage of this specimen would be the balyii species of Sansevieria. So as we like I mentioned, as we go on with the discussion, I would emphasize some of the difference between the balyii species and the Sansevieria hybrid, which is balyii star. Another thing is that for balyii species, they rarely grow in stem or a stem form and then keep on growing or stacking in leaf growth. The Ballyi 12681 rarely does that. So if in any case that some balyii species would grow in stacking form, that is it has very low possibility. But I have seen some, although I can't really assume if they are really a balyii species or if they're already hybrid or they have mutated into stacking form. But this Sansevieria is really different in form in comparison to a normal balyii species. That said, the leaf part, it's not as cylindrical as the balyii species of Sansevieria. The tips though are still very similar to the balyii species, although this part right here is unbecoming of balyii species. In fact, they might be coming from Sufruticosa species, but they do not resemble the conventional form of the balyii species of Sansevieria. So that is one of the difference that I can compare with. Also, the size is larger compared to the Ballyi 12681, as well as larger compared to the other Balyii affinis, which is also a species, and perhaps I can feature that next. This Sansevieria specimen, which is known to be Balyii star, I can show you the form. When it was juvenile, it really is a star-shaped form, wherein the formation, it has 5 points, and then it really resembles the shape of the star when it was in juvenile form. So perhaps I can show people some overlay of a picture of it, and as well as the inflorescence is very similar. The only difference is that the coloration of the one that I'm showing you right now, which is the Balyii star, is a bit grayish in color. And on the first inflorescence that I had, especially with the first specimen and not the offsets, the flowers per cluster I have noted to have been 3 to 5 flowers per cluster, but on the offset I would say it's just having an average of 2, and then on the topmost portion just 1 flower tubes attached to the flower stalk, which is really Ballyi in characteristics. So that is why I have concluded that one of the parentage is the Ballyi species of Sansevieria. So next I will show you that the flower stalk measurement is really matching the Ballyi species of Sansevieria. So I have to clip the camera so I can show you the measurements. Okay, so please give me a second as I prepare measuring or getting data or records. So we will measure the ones that are already spent. There you go. So one would be at around 11 inches. The other one is at exact of 12 inches. This one I'm careful of not touching it because I have plans of pollinating it with perhaps Ed Ebby. So that one is just around 9 inches in height. So by averaging, I would say that the flower stalk for the Ballyi star or star Ballyi Sansevieria is 9 to 12 for the flower stalk. Next, we will measure the flower tube, set it to 0, and measure the ones that is above. The measure is 22.6 millimeters, and I would say that the flower tube is averagely the same on all parts of the flower stalk, because as I have already shown on the other Sansevierias that I featured, some Sansevierias have varying flower tube length. Some would be very short, some are longer compared to the other ones. But for Sansevieria balyii star, the flower tube formation on the inflorescence is averagely just the same. So again, I was measuring. Let me just measure one again. I'm measuring at 26.0. I didn't take note of the first one that I have measured, but they are averagely just the same in size. So aside from that, I think we have discussed all the characteristics that we can record with regards to the balyii star Sansevieria. And like I mentioned, I would say that this Sansevieria is a hybrid rather than it being part of the species of or balyii species of Sansevieria. So I think that's it for this clip, and I am going to show you how we repot it, or perhaps I would do it another time. I'm not sure, but with regards to this specimen, I'm planning to have it repotted with a hanging pot like the other balyii species that I have, because the offsets are starting to go out of the pot, and they if you're going to place the pot in a flat surface, then the offset would really touch the surface and perhaps be deformed. So I'm planning to have it planted on a hanging setup, so that they can grow freely, not touching any surface where you have to put it when it's on a normal setup of potting plants. So folks, I guess this is it for this content. So if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed watching, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and you all have a great day.